Now, Red Bull will look to cement their position at the top of the F1 Constructors' Championship this weekend, with Christian Horner targeting back-to-back wins at Silverstone. Craig Slater has spoken to Horner a little earlier on today and is with us live now. Craig, good afternoon. How has the mood been at Red Bull HQ today?
Very positive and looking to the future as well. Not just the immediate future, which, as you can see on this rather attractive art installation behind me, includes Silverstone. They've got maps of all the, well, a number of the famous F1 circuits on the globe beneath the Red Bull itself. Silverstone happily facing us today, but they're looking even further ahead to the time in a couple of years, well, 18 months from now, when they'll actually run their own engines, which they're building in association with Ford on a site here, on an engine development base here, which was a building site just 15 months ago. I had a tour around of it today, saw that they've recruited approaching 500 staff to do this, including 220 from the Mercedes engine manufacturing plant at Brixworth, so that they've taken from their rivals, if you like. And this was Christian Horner explaining how competitive he hoped to be in 2026 with this new power unit. And consider that's got to be a factor in Max Verstappen's thinking. How competitive will this team be in 18 months from now? Not just now, if I'm going to see out my contract, which of course is to the end of 2028.
I think you can see the size and the scale of the project, the quality of, most importantly, the people. We've got some amazing, people in the team. The facilities are first class. And, we're on a road map to 2026. We're hitting our targets. For sure, starting from zero compared to all the experience that the OEMs have that we'll be racing against is a massive challenge. But, we're up for that and we're relishing that and, looking forward to it.
And a lot has been said, Craig, since that Austrian Grand Prix at the weekend between Red Bull and McLaren, between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. How does Horner himself reflect on it?
Yeah, it's a big talking point. It's a big flashpoint in Formula One. The crash between the pair at the end of the Austrian Grand Prix that ultimately handed victory to George Russell. Verstappen blamed as the principal cause of it by the stewards. Lando Norris talking about repeated, in his view, infringements by Verstappen in defending moving under braking, which is outlawed in F1, and then strong words afterwards from McLaren team principal Andrea Stella, saying that this is the result of Verstappen not being punished for unfair tactics when he was racing Lewis Hamilton in 2021. They've resurfaced now. And also, interestingly, Martin Brundle in his column on the Sky Sports website, which people should go and read, saying this is Max Verstappen reverting back to Max 1.0, as he terms it, an earlier version of Verstappen who used much cruder tactics racing. So I put both those points to Christian Horner today to give him a right of reply.
They've spoken already. I don't think there's any issue between, certainly from Max's side. He's not going to change. He's a tough racer. If you race Max Verstappen, and there's an element, I think, of Lando learning how to race Max. And I think, they're just discovering that. And inevitably, there's going to be more close racing between the two of them as the cars look so close over the forthcoming races. But look, I'm sure it's going to be a partisan crowd for the British drivers, but, there's, as it is for Max in Holland. But I think whenever we go to those tracks, there's always respect, for the other drivers. I hope, Max gets a reasonable reception, and I'm sure it's going to be all orange again this weekend. Perhaps not all Verstappen fans, more McLaren fans, but that'll be water off a duck's back to him. He'll just have his head down, and he won't change. He's the racer that he is, and I'm sure he'll race just as hard this weekend.